Alright, buckle up. We're diving deep. And I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. If you want change, real change, you've got to be willing to face the hard truth, roll up your sleeves and get real. So let's break this down. Are you ready? The power of belief. You've seen it, you've heard it. You know the story of someone who came from nothing, right? They didn't have the fancy car, the designer clothes, or a trust fund waiting for them. What they had was one simple thing, belief. They believed success was theirs for the taking. They knew it, and because they knew it, their actions followed. Think about this. What if you believed that success was just waiting for you? Like it was a done deal. What if you walked around knowing that everything you wanted, every opportunity, every connection, every yes you ever needed was already on its way to you? Think about that. When you have that belief, you're not sitting back waiting for things to happen. No. You're making shit happen. You think people who make it big sit around and hope for the best? Hell no. They expect it. They know they've already won. So why not you? Let's build this mindset. Let's start with some real examples. Simple, clear, powerful. The athlete who becomes a champion. You've seen athletes. Maybe they weren't the most talented at first, but they had belief. They believed no matter how many losses they faced, they could win. What did they do? They kept showing up. They kept training harder. They believed success was inevitable. And guess what? That belief transformed every practice, every game, into a step closer to their victory. It wasn't luck. It wasn't chance. It was that unshakable belief in themselves. They didn't doubt it for a second. Now imagine if you applied that kind of belief to your own life. If you're in business, would you stop at the first no? Would you fold after rejection? Hell no. You take every rejection as just a step towards your next yes. Why? Because success isn't a matter of luck, it's a mindset. The entrepreneur who struggles to start, but succeeds beyond belief. Picture this, you've got an idea, you've got a dream, but everyone around you is telling you it's stupid, it'll never work, you're not cut out for it. Yet deep down you know, this is your path, this is your success, so you start, you work, you grind, and it takes time, it's messy, it's uncomfortable, but every day, your belief in success builds. Every setback, every failure is just feedback. You adapt, you improve, you grow. You don't stop, and one day, your small ideas turn into an empire. You want proof? Elon Musk didn't start with Tesla and SpaceX. He started by barely scrapping together funds to create PayPal. Did he believe in himself when people laughed at him? You're damn right he did. And guess what? He wasn't just building a company. He was building a belief system. A belief that he could succeed no matter what. Now tell me this. Why couldn't that be you? Why not? If he can, you can. So let's chunk this up and chunk it down. The big picture. Belief creates success. That's the rule. That's the law. Your thoughts create your reality. Big picture. People who make it big believe in the inevitability of their success. They aren't waiting for permission. They're creating their own reality. They aren't afraid of failure because failure isn't real. It's only feedback. Details. What do they do every day? They take massive action. They push forward even when it gets hard. They focus on the process, not the end result. They understand that each action, each failure, it's a lesson. It's like a chess player making moves. And even if one move fails, they know they're still learning to win the game. chunking down. So what action do you need to take today? What's the smallest step you can take right now that pushes you closer to your success? Is it making that phone call, sending that email, starting that project? Start small, but start. And once you've done that, you build momentum. You keep showing up, and you keep believing that every step, no matter how small, is taking you closer to your inevitable success. Let's get real about why this works. There's a little something called neuroplasticity. Basically, your brain has the ability to change, to rewire. When you start believing in your own success, you start building new neural pathways that support this belief. Your brain learns to find solutions, even when things get tough. Here's the kicker. If you don't adopt this mindset, guess what happens? Your brain, it keeps firing on the old limiting beliefs. It keeps you trapped in that cycle of doubt and lack. Your brain will keep finding reasons why you can't do something. And if that's what you're telling it, that's what you'll get. It's like programming a computer with the wrong code. You get errors. But what if you change your belief? When you make that decision, your brain begins to rewire itself for success. You start seeing opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You start taking action, even when fear is knocking at the door. And the more you do that, the more natural it becomes. What's the cost of not believing? Let's talk consequences, not taking action, not fully stepping into your power, not believing in your own inevitable success. It's self-sabotage. Here's the truth. Every time you hesitate, every time you back off, every time you settle for less than what you deserve, you're costing yourself not just money, not just opportunity, you're costing yourself your potential. And that's fucked up. It's not about fear of what people think. It's about not respecting yourself enough to go after what you truly want. But what happens when you fully step into that belief? What happens when you refuse to be small? You build confidence, you build authority. You build a life where success becomes a byproduct of your actions. And guess what? People notice, they start to follow you. They start to believe in you because you believe in yourself. So how does this change your life? When you believe, truly believe, that success is inevitable, you operate at a different level. You start moving with power. You start making things happen. No more waiting for the perfect time. No more waiting for permission. You take massive, relentless action towards your goals. And you watch how the universe begins to open doors that were once locked. Every day becomes an opportunity to get closer to your dream. So my question to you is, what the hell are you waiting for? You've got one life, one chance. Don't waste it sitting on the sidelines wondering, what if? Get in the game. Believe in yourself. Believe the game, it's already yours to win, because it is. And let's be honest, if you're still sitting around, waiting for validation, or some sign from the universe, that's just you letting fear run the show. Stop. The universe doesn't give a damn about your hesitation, but it will move mountains the second you decide to move. This is your time. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need luck. You've got belief. And that's all you need. Start with that. The rest will follow.